Alright, next turn. Let's see what happened. Combat -1 planet for the Cantarans in the Draconis system. A little bit of damage on one of these. Oh, that was one of the Buzz Bees. Let's see what these Buzz Bees are. Right. Go, get launched, and they fly backwards. Are they not combat drones? They are combat drones with one superluminal dart, and the basic sensors, and combat thrusters, and ECM. Level 1 ECM. So the and a stealth armor. So they're really scout drones with a point defense gun on it. Okay. And then the combat happened. Yeah, this one just ate both of the full volleys from the planet. This one took a couple more hits, so it took a little bit of armor damage. Okay. And then my Dederics chasing these poor little scout drones over there. So one Cantaran battleship that has managed to take down 3 of my drones here that have been damaged. I think those were left on the warp point. Yes, they were. Oh, it looks like we managed to do that attack as well. Took some losses by the looks of it. Okay, big combat. 20 drones down and 2 destroyers. It's still pretty much the same formation we saw last time. All my stuff's pancaked against the edge of the map. Stuff's taking up position slightly in front of their lead destroyers. And they appear to all have a strategy to stay next to their planet. Maybe that's why he did not defend the warp point, but instead chose to defend his already defended planet. It's the first volley of missiles. Destroyed one. Let's keep it on real time. These PD guns, with real lasers, APBs, incinerators, shoot more drones. Nothing's gotten through to the planet yet. These drones eating more shit. These are all the fast drones here. Okay, now the planet is eating shit, with the other drone group also attacking it. And once the Daredexes come in, the planet is toast. Now there's just the fleet left. The drones are also in formation, in point defense formation, which is a good place for them to be. Some of these here getting a little bit close to my drones, doing a lot of PD damage there. This is a good position for these plasma missile ships to be in. The Derricks don't necessarily have all that much point defense on them. 2 bomblets and a couple extra guns on each of these. There's about 90 kilotons of point defense. But I'm not escorting myself with stacks of defense drones, which I could do, maybe should do if he's going to have more of this in the future. Okay, now he's gonna run against the wall. At that point he's going to be in range, is he? Yep. Once I get in range, the Derricks take apart the destroyers. He's taking on the drone stacks as well. Yep, very nice. And over here in the meantime, these slow drone groups attacking the remainder of his fleet that went the other way. Looks like these drone stacks are really effective at taking down all this incoming missile storm. Defense drone stacks like this are very good strategy. Looks like some are sometimes managing to get through, one left behind there. Must be shooting a ton of ordnance. Well, not much to do but congratulate Mr. Kwok on his effective use of these point defense drones, even though it was not enough. I think that was his main battle group down here in the south. I think his stats had something like 150 ships in total. This was 20. And a decent part of his tonnage was in the drones as well. There we go. So this force I had assembled here was just sufficient. Okay. For the combat, one combating Gambit, one planet being disarmed. This time our missile ships did not in fact spawn right next to the planet. Oh, this is the invasion group, not the missile ships. Fortunately they can drop through the planet shield. And yes, they all three drop. Oh, very nice. How much? 5 drones hot somewhere. Okay, this is next combat where we disarm one, and yeah, they spawn right next to the planet again. This is not good. 4 of these guardians and a planet shield. More drones eating shit. First of all, he took down a planet shield. A little bit of more damage. Yeah, it's down. Okay. So his drones left behind there. It's gonna run time, so I'm gonna cancel the replay. Another planet in Centauri taken down. This one conquered. One medium troop of his spawned as a defense, even if he had 0 pop on them. So the Cooper 2 design is still his latest. Alright. Okay. That's it for the combat. Miss Scalanius, our forces have been damaged by a minefield. Coordinates -70 at the Odanis, and that's surely going to be the warp point, right? Yes. There's a scout we sent through to penetrate into that place to see what it looked like. And here's a minefield there, okay. That is valuable intel. Our force has been damaged by a minefield in here. Yes, it should have been these. I don't think I saw any damage before any combat began here. So the E should still have a drone over here, and I should have attacked this place. I thought I attacked this with the reinforcement group that I had come in here. Alas, the reinforcement group has decided to go the other way. Thanks, Space and Place 5. Yep, they all decided to go the other way because of the marked minefield. Unmark the minefield. You're just going to face tank it with whatever comes through next. That group is still going to stay there and tank. I don't think there was anything on that world, right? It's just empty. Your movement orders are all deleted. Let's have you come in here. Need more eyes there right now. But yeah, just within like 3 turns we managed to breach this warp point, assess the strength of the enemy, sim and attack successfully, and are now blockading the next warp point. Should schedule this system for colonization sooner rather than later. You four stooges. Attack that world and then move on to there. And to move waypoint 2 further into that place down there as well. All these guys can just continue on going. You as well, just go to waypoint 2. You as well. You are going to go through here, through the warp point. So I'm just going to give you a warp order to start with. Just so that there's no confusion. And have you face tank the rest of that minefield. Alright, Minesweeper. Right, you're going to go sweep that real quick. Go here. So the Derelicts is here. Where are these all going? They just all want to go that way, huh? Because of the blocked minefield. Okay, now that I have a drone group over here, how about you just all go to waypoint 2? I might as well take these and try and attack this system with them. I have here a Geiger counter and a scout, right? Take out that scout. Is this one of the modern ones that can see my drone still? No. Oh, pizza's done. We're back. Alright. I return wider than ever before. What was we looking at? Skiver 4. You did not have any tachyons. No. You cannot see my very beautiful eagles that I'm passing through here. You two are going to stay where you are. What's this? A light carrier. Drone carrier. Interesting. Stealthy armor. I don't want full any sensors anymore at this point of the game. 2 shields and drone launchers. What kind of drones do you want to put into this? You have any build already? Well, you sure do. Scout drones? He's calling them defense drones. Maybe because they have darts on there. Yeah. I don't know. These are, for combat, these are certainly not effective drone designs. Alright, you build that thing. You have certainly built that thing. Okay. Built another one of these here. Also has a set of drones for ready they are. Well, I'm not gonna do anything with drones. So you can ignore that, I guess. And with this fleet here. Oh look, he finished one weapon platform. Or we never finished killing that. What do you look like? You are still full on ordnance. Is everybody else still full on ordnance? No. The larger drone groups are not. This one is larger and it's not empty, okay. So let's trigger another combat here. And then you should go here. This place has no shield but 8 guardian stations, 8 guardian platforms. Just pray to fuck that for once you don't spawn right next to the planet. Change something here. And yeah, attack formation to something else. Maybe that will help. Let's just voodoo at this point though. Right. I don't really need to care about those kind of ships. This economy is largely irrelevant at this point. I think I will in fact move my intel points elsewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna put it all into Mr. E. That doesn't leave me with much defense. Yeah, let's do 65%. And we'll keep it on Sabotage Empire Wire. That's the best field. He does have the advantage of having 50% less sabotage events happen to him. Let's put it on espionage, ships and fleets. Get some position data for his fleets. Still has a lot of ships, yeah. 144 ships. He's still hiding a lot of things somewhere. Even if we just delete 26 of his ships, he still has a lot. If I was him, I would go and defend this warp point. Just retreat everything back into this place. So I was thinking after I saw that he didn't have a fleet here, but he was just still parking it over this place. Right, the last Pacchianos. Take your spot. Then invade that world. And after that you can go invade this world. Actually, you don't need to trigger another combat here. The other guy should be able to take care of that reasonably well. And if one of the Pacchianos dies, whatever. And you don't risk the facilities dying. Move there, and you're gonna need to load troops again after you've dropped them. So let's generate a load troop order. Load those troops after your attack. Look, there's troops left over on this place here. Quite a few. 3,000 troops, in fact. So the load troop order did not, in fact, work for the other Pacchianos here. That is too bad. In that case, I'm going to remove that order. Eject the 3 other Pacchianos. Give all these guys orders to go fetch the troops that they left behind. And then go to that world. You can just try to invade it the first time. Alright, what do we do with this place? Bunch of troops here still, and Iron Shield subspace transmitter remains operational even though I could not build new ones. Organics resource storage, mineral and radioactive, so that's why I have 81k. Bunch of level 3 mines. 5 space yard, resupply depot. No space port, because the Cantarans have the natural merchants trade. So I'm going to need to build a space port. Otherwise you are zone populated, so you don't need to have any pop transferred or anything. I'm going to delete the organics store. Build a spaceport. Is it greedy to build the spaceport first? Probably. Plasma batteries, build your weapon platform first. And then you can build a spaceport. And then I guess you can build more mines. Could launch a satellite into orbit. Also a pleasant thing for you to do. Alright, now you have a job. Yeah, launching sats into orbit, that's also something I should do in this system at some point. after the next rats facility over there. Probably have one in here and there, and one of those two. We have sets in place here. One, well, it's not one of the up-to-date ones. I have one launch here. I mean, once we get better sensors, we should also do that. Was one of my allies who recently said we should check better sensors. No, I think that was the other game. I'm playing another game, multiplayer game in parallel, and my ally there said we should get better sensors. Not in this game. Right, Firmus boarding ship, you can go repair yourself now, as planned. This is my new auxiliary group I'm going to put over there. Okay, what do we do with this place? I have the drone group now. You don't have anything on you. You have a shield and 4 platforms, so that should still be able to be raised just fine by the drones. You have 8, but no shield. 4 and no shield. And you nothing. So these 2 are freebies. These other 3 are defended. But I think I should be able to take them at 67 drones. The modern drones, Pyrus drones, 67, plasma missiles. I should do quite well. And I'm going to give them all individual attack orders here. And not tell them to go join a fleet, because I hope this time they will not spawn their combat right next to the planet and actually be able to make use of them outranging all the planets. Alright, Nova Hawk here. Here, one of the things I would use if I was going to lead this with a ship, which I'm not, so how about you go check out the asteroid belts? These don't have hidey spots. You don't have a hidey spot. That one doesn't. That one doesn't even damage. So no hidey spots in here. Maybe there's some on the red edges of the system, we can't see it. Right, this one was a hidey spot. These guys are 12 speeds. The refiner is obviously slower. We try to catch something with 12 speed, with this 13 speed Overhawk, we're gonna have problems. There's that button here somewhere to change strategy. What does that actually do? Oh, that was only affected fleets, didn't it? Over here, yeah, that button. How about you just stay at this war point for the time being? And I'm going to take one of your drone groups to go chase them. 2 drones. Attack, move, attack, seek. Both of them, just in case you didn't get them. Just in case they move away. Then you can go blockade a war point. Yeah, there's no reason for you to stay here. Still this E-world over there. They're not really attacking each other. It was disengagement, but I think the what was it over here? I think I said the E retreated. There was an actual engagement. Yeah, but Mr. Slurp is passive as fuck. So he's not going to roll up any of the Gurak or E systems for some reason. You might also already think that he was lying about actually joining our side, since he's not attacking the enemy as far as I can tell. These planets here are empty, not because they were attacked. Otherwise I would get combat reports. There has been combat between 3 Slurpy battleships and the Cantaran battleships in here. Over there. Only ship. Terran frigate. What about 5 large fighters? I guess he must have actually sent those fighters to intercept it. Otherwise, that was it. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if you all go through there, then the Derelict are going to go ahead, and the Dustbuster is going to lag a little bit behind, but that's going to be fine. You scout drone. Take that thing's spot. Take that thing's spot. Let's just have you smuggle into the system. I can't see if there's anything actually here. I don't have vision on the tile. Not even keeping his own system secure. Let's just have you snuggle around the edge of the system over here. Away from any of the E eyes. Not sure if he has any. Just building tons of weapon platforms, turtling, thinking he's secure, I guess. Okay. Where were we at? What was you going to do? I have not given you orders yet. You were going to get conquered, invaded, because I want the yard and the resupply depot, and the Bactianos can deal with one weapon platform. This place was going to get attacked by the bombardment fleet, and hopefully it won't spawn, fingers crossed, next to the planet this time. Otherwise it's just going to lose even more of those remaining 32 drones. There was the drone group in here, which I'm going to use to raise all these. I could honestly move this into the bombardment group, but this is all slower drones, is it? Well, past 6. Not necessarily small or slower drones. Just one that's slow. The other drone groups are middling. 14, 15 speeds. Okay. Yeah, not sure. Push on towards more enemy systems. Get more shit to raise. Just move you on here for now. There you go. Attack move order still flies around natural hazards like this air belt. There's this place which I should probably raise. This one. Freighter. Did the regenerators in there so I couldn't capture them. I'm gonna find something for it sooner or later. This waypoint I'm going to move further. There's waypoint 3. You're going to be there now. What am I going to do with the ships that are here? Usually a good idea to blockade warp points. I'll have you go there. I'm going to take 2 of these Daridexes and move them on. That's waypoint 3. We're going to make it all the way. These guys go to waypoint 3. I think I already gave them that order anyway. You have a job. We're just going to blockade that for now, just in case there's something I didn't see. Drone here. Yeah, I don't think we need you. Is there anything coming through this place? No. I think Cantarans have been banished from the Iki system. Iki-Ak system. Or you go survey the edges of Kunaxa. Or you go refit yourself. Take on that new scanner jammer and long range scanner. No, don't go there afterwards. Yes, the new design has a scanner jammer and an upgraded scanner. Okay, so you just stay there and repair. What do we got here? Malfador, finish the refining operation. Go into that S belt. Just 3 in this place. 3 is the standard amount after all. I'm still going to be there for a turn. This one's going to be mining, certainly. What do we got here? Licinius over there. I think I observed last turn that I was going to get you asking for orders every time now for like 10 turns until your mine's finished, so go wait. What am I going to do with all these here? Upgraded a few of these to Derelic's high energies. Are finished. They look very finished. The names are certainly all updated. Yeah, you just go to waypoint 2. The E-drone is gonna see you all come through the warp point. It's such as life. Let him be awed. I'm 10 warbirds just jumping through. 14 warbirds. One support ship. All that good shit. Okay, these drone groups, am I going to send them down? Yeah. I already had these, which I was using for the attack upstairs. So these are also going down again. I think I want them down rather than up. So yes, these can all go to waypoint 2. Did I already have some drones that were going to chase the E-Scout? One drone. Not sure exactly where it was. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, maybe. Just going to give attack orders. A bunch of places. That should cover it, right? We'll see next time. Eagle 6. Cloak yourself and go in here. Have some scouts be seen by him too, moving at least one further out. Repair ships here. Tony's here. Oh, you're the small one. Okay, but these are still going to need more repairs. Can you make it to the next station now? Yes, you can. You are gonna go with it. You can just head on towards waypoint 2. You are going to stay where you are. Oh. Okay, these two are also done. So they can also head on towards waypoint 2. Oh, you're the weapon platforms delivery from a whole system. Interesting. Why don't you go into this system for now? I don't think I was capturing anything here. Maybe we should send you upwards where I have capture ships. I'm going to need to settle the system soon so I can move forward bases, move forward resupply depots especially. Okay. What are you going to do in that as build? Rats! You are going to do rats. Today is a rats day. Build rats. What do we got here? These guys. Oh, 6 of them. Launch mines. Launch mines. We give the first one out to launch here. Launch, good. Launch mines. Launch mines. Launch. Nope. Can't right click in the right click menu again. Mines. Launch. Mines. And then send them all back towards his homeworld. Give them back to him. Wounds 1 through 6. Oh, 1 through 5 and 10. Okay. Yes. Typing's hard. Okay. More warships had finished. Waypoint 2. They all still had orders, yeah. Looks that way. I gave a new wave of orders. Right. Research. Yeah, I really want to max space yards. I think I want to max space yards before I want to max planar util. Put some points to that. We had 42k research this turn. We have here a Thrax to go towards waypoint 2. Your next order shall be to construct a warship. You will not believe it, a ship of war. With an incinerator one. He's all still busy. Sinius, transport cargo. You have mines queued. Don't have very many yet though. You have some mines queued. And somebody else have mines queued as well. You. Well, gonna be a hot moment until you are ready. Give you a load mines order just so that I'm not confused. Alright, you can head downwards. Here. Essential rock for the moon in a home system. Go there, pick up people and colonize. Thanks. Is that 3, 5? I think it's 5. It's fine. Okay. The attack fleet down here is going to stay there for a while because I do not have enough minesweeping power. And I know that he knows how much minesweeping power I have because when we talked about this war point, he said, oh, I had 130 mines there, and I know that you had 120 minesweeping power. So he did know how many support ships I have in this fleet, which I've detached by now. So now I don't have any minesweeping power in this fleet. One of those minesweepers are detached to go and re-enter the war point after the mine layer had dropped its remaining mines here. And there was too many mines, so it died. The other one I was going to send up here, right? No, that was not this one. No, it's just in this fleet, okay. The one I was sending up here to clear out these remaining zone mines was one of the newly constructed minesweepers. So progress down there is going to be stored for a few turns. We're also going to look at comparisons. 26 units, yeah, okay, these are the last 26 units of the Zone Empire. Alright. You just move yourself there. You can sentry on the war point. Try and receive some repairs from these guys. Alright, Eagle. You need to do anything. Try and fly you further this way. It's going to move these out a little further. How about you go and survey the edge of that system here? So hope that order goes through. You Gambit. Upgrades, 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 upgrades. Where do you have your computer in operation? No, you don't have a computer. Alright, that can be fixed. Like one of your unupgraded research facilities, kill it. You're not a research director, but a computer. You're on top. Upgrades are not as important. Okay. But not forget to queue these everywhere else though, right? What does my construction tab say? Citizen data bank is the first one I got constructed. Central computer, central computer, central computer. Very nice. That's why we have 42k now. More central computer, central computer, central computer. Very nice. Research is still very much fine. After we had a little bit of a dip in our graphs here, we're now rising even faster than before. The resources, we still kill a few units, a few facilities in order to respec some planets. The dip is not big enough to actually go down. All right, thanks going up. Here we have a colonizer. Establish ice. You are going to go there, and you're not going to load your own methane pop. Just methanists on this world. You're out of supplies. The resupply depot is here, so I'm just going to go ahead and give you a load supplies order. These guys are busy. One does have a central computer. Cute. Do I need to have you two stay here? It's not all that much left to repair, but for this turn we are going to have you repair ships stay here. Okay. These two repair stations probably not going to be needed. I'm also going to keep them. If I really wanted to save some cash, I would mothball them. Could even recycle them. Then nothing else wants orders anymore. Research. Level 9 space yards this turn, level 10 space yards next turn. Anybody else waiting for orders? Viridian 1, yes. This world, which is not going to build a central computer until it can receive migration from oxygen breathers. I have 4 weapon platforms that will never be needed. In the meantime, you can build your police troops. You are indifferent with 0 loyalty. I think that means if you have 0 loyalty in Riot, you will actually try to leave my empire, which we don't want. The Romulan Empire does not look kindly upon secessionist movements. So you could build yourself your police and try to make you at least happy, if not jubilant. I did some looking at my populace list between turns. Just try and figure out what the relation between conditions, pollution, troops, and everything on the planet really was. And I look at the races view here. And it does seem that the most important factor in population happiness is just planet conditions. All or most of the planets where I had jubilant pops and super high reproductive rates had optimal conditions. Jubilant, optimal, indifferent zone on an unpleasant planet, different zone on a mild planet, different zone on an unpleasant planet without any troops, unhappy zone on a planet without any troops. Actually, I don't have any troops queued either. It's on a home system, deep inside our empire, no hope of escape here. 200 units, 2,000 kilotons of secret police troops. Maybe you can happify yourself a little bit. Unhappy is a minus 20% penalty already. Of course, the real benefit towards the happiness and production bonus would be making this planet less unpleasant, but with all that much pollution from all the mines, it's going to stay unpleasant. Maybe if we check up planet utilization further, we can put on a climate control facility. This place is jubilant, has optimal conditions, no police troops, indifferent zone, police troops, but unpleasant. It was this world where I was waiting for the cargo transport to ship off the Cantarans. Yeah, alright. That's it for the turn. Is there any new constructions or endeavors or initiatives you want to make? I want to have something to catch that, but I just sent some drones after it. I could see about getting some capture ships down here, so I can try capture worlds up down here in the south as well. Like boarding ships, I don't think I really need anymore, since we got all the technology that our opponents had, and we are checking faster than they are. So there might only be a couple techs that they might have on us. I have honestly no idea what they're checking. I've not been looking at the comparisons nearly as much as I maybe should have. His recreation 14, that is certainly not true. He said he had, of course, recreation 14 does not exist. It maxes at 10 or 11. He said he had the Gulag riot, so it makes sense for him to take up the happiness cultural achievement. Yeah. Just immediately trying to fix your problems with your research. That's probably what I was expecting for him to do. Civics 6, it helps with intelligence points, right? I think ethics was defense. He doesn't appear to have much in that. Space Yars says 7, small ships, medium ships, nothing much changed there. Greatest troops, weapon platforms, mines, couple levels in drones, vehicle systems, we know they have 6. Engines, supply, nothing interesting here. Sensors, well, yeah, they got sensors after we showed that we had high levels there. Ship weapon mounts, level 11. Did he had massive weapon mounts leveled up, or is this just an estimate that's high? Look at the Gurak. Ship weapon mounts level 6. No, so that's just a high estimate. I believe they just have heavy mounts level 5 as well. Or massive mounts level 1. Yeah. Oh, he has shield implosion, the Gurak. But we already knew that. Otherwise, there's no surprises in here in the weapons tech. I have scanners as well now. Shields and armors. Let's say shields level 8, armor level 9. Shields level 3, armor level 6 is what he says. So yeah, it doesn't look like he's teched those farther. And I have how many research points? The Gurak 8k, almost 9k. The E15k, that is not nothing. You can do some stuff with that. Or it looks like one of the things he's teched recently, at least, was recreation. I'm going to go ask my allies to see if they have any idea what they teched recently. Maybe they made some insights. Okay. Actually, isn't that one of the things I can put intel towards? I'm gonna put it on espionage ships and fleets on him now. And even if I get some random intel events that tell me, oh, he has level 3 in resupply or something, I won't learn much. Not about what the current priorities are anyway. Okay, Let's end it a turn and call it a day. String theory safe. And hand it in.